how to create reading time with a toddler that doesn't sit, a toddler that takes the books and starts eating it, a toddler that you just feel that you can't really read a book. It's not reading a book, it's more of something, an activity. So how do you create reading time, and is it even possible? Well, it is possible, and I will show you how to create it. So I'm Revital, I'm a children's storyteller, and I also help parents that love books and love reading time and want their children to love books and to fall in love with books. I help them do that. So how do you do it with toddlers? I'm talking about 1.5, 3 years old, 2 years old, really small children. So the first thing is that a toddler will not understand that reading to them is not a game unless you show them. But how do you show it to a toddler? So you have to like signalize them in different ways that this is a different activity. This is not playing, okay? How do you do it? Number one, you find a place that this is the reading place that you do. It's better that this place will have fewer games. Number two, positioning. You put your child on your lap, you hold the book, and you turn the pages. All the focus is in the book, and you're the one that turns the pages. If the child turns the pages, then it's a game. The game is turning the pages, and it's interesting. What's not interesting is what's happening. So we talked about where are you sitting, and we talked about positioning. Number three, when you read, there has to be a difference between how you talk and how you read. For instance, if I say, now once upon a time there was a big princess or something like that, it's the same tone of me talking, right? But if I say, once upon a time, in a long country, there was a beautiful princess, and she went ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. So I paused, I put energy, a different tone. It was a tone of reading a book. It wasn't the same tone of talking. And the tone is very important. It has to be more energy. So gradually, the toddler understands that, hey, mom is not talking like she always talks. She has different rhythm, she sounds different, she has more energy. This is very important. Doesn't mean you have to be an actor to do it, doesn't mean you have to talk childish too. You don't have to suddenly be like this, because I see it a lot and there's no reason. Just be present with a story and say it, and be energized when you read it, and read it. Which leads me to number four. So I said the location, the positioning, the energy of the reading, and now the tempo. The tempo is not to start and then ask a question, start and ask a question, because then there's no activity with a beginning, middle, end. And you want to signalize your toddler that this activity has a beginning, middle, and end. Very quickly, by the way. It's a very short activity when they're toddlers. It's a couple of minutes, but in those couple of minutes, you go through the book and you read it, and you turn the page, a regular tempo and a regular rhythm, and that's why eventually they can complete the sentences when you talk, and they can participate too. So this is how you signalize it, that this is a book. It's not a game, it's not interaction now, we're not going to play or something, okay? Now, if suddenly you see that your toddler wants to play, wants to take the book, and wants to do something else, no problem. Just get out of the reading space, sit in the carpet, give him some hard books to play, and that's it. And don't do something else. But in reading time, you want to symbolize the toddler, the very young child. How are we sitting in reading time? How are we listening? And it's very quickly. It's a couple of minutes. Number five, after tempo, is repeat it daily. It's great if it can be the same hour, the same place, the same time, because really it's easier for the toddler to understand, oh, this is the activity, and after that we have the bath, and after that they thing me, and then I go to sleep, okay? It's easier for them to understand. If it's not possible, no problem. but repeat it daily and they will understand. When you sit in this chair, when you put them on the lap, you take a book, you're the one that turns into the page, you're suddenly so interesting to them because the rhythm, they are hearing you and it's very interesting. And this is a different activity. It's not like game, it's something else. So tell me if this helps you with toddlers. I have another video about very active children and problems with reading time to very active children. You can watch it there. If you do want to have a conversation with children through books, I want to offer you a 10-minute tutorial where I show you through a 4-sentence book how you can create a meaningful conversation. I will put the link above this video. Another thing, if you won't tell me if it helped, if you have other questions, if you want other content, how will I know? So please, please write me. Tell me if this content helps you. If you have other questions, feel free. I would love to know.